I'm back with my monstera albo. Hello, welcome. I'm Claudia. If you're new here, I share everything houseplants, some DIYs, very behind the scenes, as well as share all the tips and tricks I've learned along the way. We are in a different area of my living room today because it is this whole wall next to you, to the right of you maybe, is like wall-to-wall windows and glass door, and it faces southwest. And it's a little, it's late in the evening. Sunset will probably be in about an hour or so. So it's very, very bright over by like my couch area, and my office, which is where I have most of my plants, and the greenhouse cabinet is getting a little dark. That faces south. So I'm just trying to get some good lighting for you. It wasn't that long ago I was here with you sharing my chop and repot of my monstera albo. I did air layering. It had really nice roots, and I struggled a little bit to get both plants into this size pot. Unfortunately, the cut that I potted back into the pot isn't doing amazing. If you can see, it's like curling in, a little droopy, and it's been a few weeks now and it's not getting better. I tried to give it time to acclimate because it is a big shock to the plant, but really I know what this is. What's happening is the majority of the plant has the root ball like down here at the bottom, whereas the cutting has the root ball like up here. So obviously the top of the soil is drying out quicker, and like water, nutrients, everything, etc. obviously comes down to the bottom of the pot faster. So really the chop, which is the top cut of the plant, just isn't getting water when it needs it, or all the nutrients when it needs it, because of where that root ball is located. So even though I primarily chopped this because I wanted to make this one bushy plant, my dreams of having a bushy albo are not coming true right now. I'm gonna go ahead and unpot this and pot them just separately so I can make sure that I'm giving the plants the water when they need it and the nutrients that they each need. Hope that sounds good to you. Let's get to it. I can only hope I don't make the same huge mess I made when I first chopped it, but it should be pretty straightforward. So unfortunately, I do think that I need to bring the whole thing out of the pot. My goal is gonna be to reuse as much of this medium as possible. You won't believe this. There's rot in the main plant. What has happened? Like, did it get that stressed out from the chop? I'm so confused. You see all of this like black, all of that is rotted. And I didn't even think that the main plant was suffering. Oh, this is disgusting. I'm about to lose so much roots. Okay, hang on. Let's see if I can get the cutting off. I did mess with the roots a lot when we repotted, if you remember. And I was like, I don't want to mess with the roots. And then I just messed with them so much trying to... There's some rot in this one too. Oh no. Look at all of this. This is just... It lost majority. Oh, this is so upsetting. Yeah, most of this is just rotted. That whole root ball just rotted, and a lot of what's left here is rotted as well. And now I'm worried. I feel like I need to chop this again just in case this bottom cut doesn't make it. I don't want to lose this entire top cutting. Oh, that is so upsetting. I want to say I don't understand, but that's not true. I messed with the roots so much. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, well, this is going in a completely different direction now. I'm wondering if I even have enough roots left on this plant to keep going. This is so upsetting. See why I was so anxious and nervous about chopping this? So much rot. I mean, honestly, like, look at this. I'm so glad I didn't put this off any longer. Oh my gosh. Look at this. I'm actually all out of hydrogen peroxide too. There's like a handful of healthy roots here, but I actually think my best bet is to just chop this all into individual nodes, keep a node or two here, and then just hope for the best on propagating. This is so disappointing. I could cry right now. Oh my gosh. I took a minute to gather myself. I brought some more supplies, some alcohol, my shears, a candle, and let's just get to work. This can be saved, and I'm certainly gonna do and try everything that I can to do so. So let's just get to it. I'm gonna start with the top cut. I'm going to cut right above this node that had all of those roots, and then chop the top probably another time to get like 3 props out of here. And I'm gonna be using the X-Acto, or I mean, it's not technically an X-Acto, but it's just a sharp blade. And yeah, let's start with that. I can see the auxiliary bud is right here. You can see that, and I'm going to chop actually right below to the previous node on this particular one. So like right here. Afraid of cutting the leaf that's on the other side. There we go. Okay, so here is this one. Then I am going to chop probably just one more time right between, this is hard to see, right underneath this node. So I'll chop here, And then that's gonna be the new top cut. So this will be my new top cut. Has 4 leaves, and then this is going to be, I should probably just do them individually, honestly, instead of keeping 2. So here is one of the axillary buds, and then the other one is right over here, that little thing. So we'll chop right here. I'm so nervous. I don't want to like cut the leaf. There we go. So here we have 2 mid cuts, a bottom cut, and a top cut, and then we'll go through the roots all at the end. For this one, ugh, I hate this. I think I'll just cut all individual nodes. We will leave this one. Okay, let me bring it back up a little bit. I can't believe this. It should all be fine. They should all root, but I do worry because obviously taking a cutting from a plant, you're likely to be successful, much more likely to be successful if it is, oh my gosh, and now I'm burning it with a candle. You're a lot likelier to be successful if you start from a healthy plant, and obviously both of these were very stressed plants, so now I'm very stressed as well, but we are going to just try to make the best of it here. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go through each of the cuttings and just chop any of the aerial roots that don't look healthy. I'll do that with my shears. And I'm gonna be spraying them with, this is just rubbing alcohol in between each cut. So for example, see that dangling thing? I'm actually going to be cutting way above this. So I'll cut here. And that looks healthy. And the rest of it honestly looks healthy too. So while I do this, I'm also going to get some wax. There's not enough wax in the candle yet, so we'll need to wait on that. Oh, this feels so flimsy. I am so sorry. I should have never chopped you. I do kind of, to an extent, want to keep the top cut versus the main plant a little separate. Although I guess once they're cuttings, it doesn't, or it shouldn't matter nearly as much. Ooh. Root rot is obviously not good. It's never a good thing. But it is something that you can treat and bring your plants back from. So just be vigilant of what's going on with your plants and, you know, monitor them. This is what had grown all the roots. I think I'm just gonna chop most of them off, to be honest. So I was initially thinking that I was just going to prop them in water, But I am now kind of wondering if I should do perlite. I mean, I don't know what to do. I think all of these like uppercuts from the main plant are actually fine. There's, this is questionable. By questionable, I mean needs to be chopped off. Okay. I wonder where this one was even at. Oh my gosh. I wonder if I can get some tape. It'll heal itself. Oh my gosh. See what I mean? Okay, otherwise, all the rest of those cuts are fine. So let's see if I have enough wax now. Not really, but let's go. I've had success many times just taping, whether it's a torn leaf or from the stem, but seeing as this is so stressed to begin with, I don't know, I'm not feeling like super hopeful, but it's worth a try. So the trick is to try to line it up exactly where it's slit, and then just tape it. And hopefully it heals itself. But we will see. Okay, all my cuttings are waxed. So I think I'm going to just put them in water and then we'll tend, oh, there's one more cutting. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put them in water and we'll just see how it goes, I guess. I'm putting them in water even though it was a root rot situation because most of them are mid cuts, weren't really being affected, like there wasn't rot in the stem or that high up anyway. But B, also, I haven't spoken about this here before, but I purchased my very first monstera albo as a cutting and it began to rot immediately. Like within 2 days there was rot on the plant, and I treated it, everything. Then I tried to grow, so then I moved it to perlite and it was rotting again. I treated and chopped more off, and then I tried fluval and it started rotting in fluval. And then for my last attempt, I chopped as much off as I could. I wasn't even sure that there was an auxiliary bed left, and I put it back in water, and then that's when it started growing. It ended up reverting, which is a bummer. I still have it, but water was the medium that worked for propagating it, and water is my favorite medium to propagate in. So that's what I'm gonna do. So let me bring the vessel with water, and then we will tend to the original plants. Okay, so I'm just using this vase. Ideally, I would have a different situation, maybe one for each of the cuttings or one for a couple of the cuttings, but that's just not the situation that I'm in right now. So they're all going in here for now, and I will probably eventually split them up, especially this top cutting. But for now, I'll just have this bouquet of albos. I cannot believe this happened. Okay. So there is that. And as far as the main plant, I feel like there are some healthy roots in here. In fact, like 99% of what's left is healthy. So I think I just want to pot that up and see how it goes. Ooh, I chopped some good ones. This will continue to stress for a bit, but eventually it should, you know, start turning around and grow, hopefully. And then also, if I see that it's continuing in a bad situation, then I would, of course, at that point chop more or whatever needed to be done. Yeah. Oh, this is so sad. Look at what's left. Okay. I just need to, this is way too big. I just need to not think of it like that, I guess. It's gonna go in here. These stringy ones can go. Yeah. It's gonna go in here. And yeah. By the way, I think the mess is comparable to what I did when I was potting, when I was chopping the first time. So, in case you were wondering. I'm sorry, I feel like the light has gotten terrible. It's like almost dark, but it's still like pretty bright in here, if it makes sense. Oh, should definitely add Myco, BRB. So even though that soil that I removed the plants from was really new and really good ingredients and could have ideally been reused, I am not reusing it because of the rot. Like, that could potentially continue to spread via the soil or the medium. So unfortunately, all of that is not usable. So this is where we're at. I have a bunch of cuttings all in this vase, and then I added the original plant base that has 3 nodes back into my aroid mix. I think, I'm not positive where they're gonna go back like in their spot, or if I'm going to place them over in my laundry area that has just more heat and humidity and also the good light. So I'm still thinking about where I'm going to place them, but this is what I have left. Send me lots of monstera albo recovery vibes, and I hope that I end up with a ton of albos. Like, that would be cool. So this is gonna be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and or found it helpful. If you did, I would love it if you gave me a thumbs up. Thank you again so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.